All right, so I decided I would just do a little follow-up video to our viral video of my son-in-law getting thrown around by this little calf. So the biggest comment we've gotten on that video is, why didn't you back the trailer into the pen? Okay, yeah, hindsight's 2020, y'all. I'm gonna show you the spot where we unloaded this little heifer. Okay, so here's our road. This is not our big pasture. So this is just our place where we live. This is just where we don't keep our herd here, obviously. We keep a couple of show heifers here. If you look out that way, you're gonna see just we have some of our bred cows over here right now to let them calve, and we're here all the time so we can kind of watch them. Our other place, there's not someone there all the time to watch and make sure things are going like they should. So we don't really, this isn't set up, you know, to do a whole lot of like unloading, working cattle, anything like that. So here is our gate, and as you can clearly see, this is the road, and then that right there is a barbed wire fence. And it's a dead-end road, so it's not like super busy or anything, but it's kind of a chore to take a big long trailer and truck and back them up right here. So that's part of why we did not back the trailer up in, because it's just a pain to get it in and out right here, because there's not a lot of space to back it in right there. So I put my husband up against just about anybody with backing trailers, because he's really awesome at it. But this time, here's the deal, guys. So we have had this heifer. She's not even actually our heifer. We haven't purchased her. She belongs to someone else. He didn't really want to sell her. He didn't have a whole lot of time to work on breaking her right now, and she's pretty waspy, and so we knew that. We knew she was a waspy little heifer, and she was going to require a little bit more time and effort to break her. So our son, who's 19, is about 3 hours away from us at college right now, and he volunteered to keep her up there with him and work with her. So she had been up with him for about a month, almost a month, and he'd been working with her, tying her up every day. He started out brushing on her with a show stick with a brush tied to it, like way far away from her. He's been rinsing her, washing her. Actually, the day before we came to get her from him, he had shaved her head. So she's not like some little heifer that's never been worked with before, that's never had a halter on. So I think some people thought we threw our son-in-law up there in the back of the trailer with this heifer that had never, you know, been led or anything like that. That's not the case. Now, she was a little jumpy trying to get her in the trailer when we went up to get her. What we did is we took, I'm gonna walk over to the pen, to the run that she's in, so I can kind of have her on display while I talk about this. Okay, so this is Jasmine, or Jazzy. If you've seen some of my videos, you've seen her in them. She's the most laid back heifer we've ever had. We didn't even have to break her. She just walked on in and was a big puppy dog from the get-go. So we took her with us to get who we're referring to now as Crazy Alice. That's Midge. And then Alice is back there in the corner, sitting in the shade. I'll try to get over there where you can see her. We brought Jasmine with us so that Alice would have a buddy, because cows are herd animals and they don't like to be by themselves. It freaks them out. So I don't know if you can see her very well. She's just chilling over in the shade. And we thought it would ease the transition, the ride home. It was about a 3-hour ride home. So we thought it would help to have Jasmine in the trailer with her, and that way she wouldn't be by herself and she wouldn't be so freaked out. So it was a little bit of an ordeal getting her in the trailer, but she actually loaded up super easily. There's another video on my page where you can see that. So we knew, the reason I was videoing, and it's actually like a 3-minute video that everybody got about a 30-second clip of, because, or a minute clip, because my son had been working with her, and really I thought my husband was going to be pulling her off the trailer and I was going to video him doing it. And my husband has broken any kind of calf you've ever seen in your life. He's also a big old guy, so it's usually not a big deal for him to be able to manage a little show calf, a little heifer. That's not a tough thing for him. So that was part of why he didn't park in the pasture or in the run, is because he was going to get her off the trailer, and he can usually manhandle a calf pretty easily. But our son-in-law happened to just pull up at that time. He has really been wanting to get more involved with cows, and he's not a city kid. He's a country kid. He showed pigs, not cattle, but he's been around cattle. Like, his uncle raises bucking bulls, and he's been around them, just not in the show capacity. And he really wanted to get her off the trailer. He was volunteering, and we were kind of like, are you sure? She's a little bit waspy. And he's like, yes, I want to do it. So we let him. Now, there have been some nasty comments on Facebook, and I guess you just have to be ready for that if you're going to post anything publicly on social media. But I'm like, goodness, you guys don't have to be nasty about it. We were shocked. We thought she would kind of balk, but really our thought process was we were going to get Jasmine off the trailer, and she would just follow Jasmine right on into the run, and then we could get her into the pen that we wanted her in. It didn't go like that. She rolled our son-in-law, and I was shocked by the whole thing. I've gotten some comments about me, the cameraman, hiding behind the trailer. I wasn't really hiding behind the trailer. I was holding the door open because the angle we were kind of parked at, it was falling shut. So I was holding the door open, and what I actually was trying to do was block her way so she didn't run on down the road. I was pulling the door out to block her off so that she would head off towards where we wanted her to go. And I've seen the comments about, you know, we didn't help him. Well, if you've been around cattle at all, there's nothing I could do. If I jumped into the mix with him, it would have just spooked her even more. She's not really mean. She's just super anxious, and she was really spooked. What I figured out after we got home and we put her and Jasmine in the pen together is Jasmine was being a you-know-what to her. She started like ramming her up against the fence and stuff, and so I'm thinking Jasmine almost made it worse. I think she was probably being a bully. I think she was exerting her dominance over Alice, so I think that's part of why Alice was so spooked. Oh, she's right back here behind me. I don't know if you can see her or not. She's ready for a pet. So, like, we really did think she was just going to be super gentle and the best heifer to take with us to get Alice home and kind of show her the ropes. But it didn't work out that way, and that's how it goes with livestock a lot of times. Animals are unpredictable. They don't always act the way we think they're going to. So thank you guys for all the advice about how we should have done that situation. Obviously, had we known she was going to blow out like that and still be that, you know, hard to lead after a month of being worked with, we would have done things totally different, but we didn't. I had it on camera because I was gonna show my son how she did getting out of the trailer, and so just for the record, we were not trying to get anybody killed. I was freaked out in the moment whenever he rolled and they rolled together. That freaked me out pretty bad because I do love my son-in-law. I don't want him to be hurt. But people have been saying, oh, Dad just stands there and doesn't do anything. Well, because he knows what to do around cattle. He didn't want to spook her anymore. If you really watch him, he is purposefully being so still because we needed her to run towards where he was standing. And if he was yelling or running towards them or whatever, she wouldn't have come that way. That would have sent her on down the road. So he was doing exactly what he should have been doing, which was be as still as possible, not to spook her anymore, and to hopefully allow her to go ahead and run towards him. I don't know if I did what I was supposed to do because I'm not an experienced cattleman. But I filmed it, and it's made for a lot of discussion and laughs on Facebook. So thanks for watching.